are going to start in a seated position. So just get into your chair, scoot your butt way back. I got you guys on my new bigger screen so I could see you really big instead of a little small on my iPad. So I got you in live and in living color in front of me. Okay, so scoot your butt way back. Take a second to just kind of work out all your little wiggles, and then maybe close your eyes down for a moment. Let your shoulders be soft. Give a moment here to let your feet find the ground and settle in. As your mind starts to quiet down a little bit and your body starts to find that little bit of a sense of settling in, right away, if you can, let your awareness tune in down to your feet and maybe even give your toes a little wiggle, mush your feet around just a little bit so you kind of really get that sense of the bottoms of your feet. And then allow your feet to come to a stillness, soft and heavy on the ground, but see if you can just tune in and notice the solidness and the texture that's underneath your feet. So if you have a yoga mat, maybe you notice that soft cushioning, but beneath it, there's that hard, solid surface. If you've got a carpet, maybe you notice the carpet. Any other texture of your floor, just take a moment to notice and then get an idea of that nice solid earth underneath all of that. So ground down into your feet, let your feet get a little bit heavier. And then allow your awareness to travel up to your legs. Let your knees be soft and heavy, thighs soft and heavy. And then even notice if you're holding any tension or gripping your muscles in your butt. See if you can just let your bum relax, let your hips be soft and heavy in your chair. And then maybe that even allows your low back and upper back to settle just a little bit further into the back of your chair. For a moment, allow your shoulders to be soft and heavy, arms soft and heavy. See if you can soften the space between your eyes. And then just for a moment here, as your body's still settling in, notice the rhythm of your breath, and don't need to change or force the breath, but just notice your inhalation, notice your exhalation. Are you breathing through your nose or through your mouth? No right or wrong, just notice. Is your breath shallow or deep? And again, there's no right or wrong. Are you breathing a little bit more in your chest and up in your shoulders? Or do you feel like your breath is finding its way down into the belly, a little bit deeper into the lungs and the diaphragm? And then maybe notice sometimes just paying attention to the breath, just tuning into the breath will naturally allow the breath to slow down all on its own without even having to do any effort to do that. So see if you've started to draw just a slower inhalation, maybe a slower, longer exhalation. And then keeping your eyes closed if you can, take your left hand and just reach across and find your your right side ribs. So you're just going to spread your fingers nice and wide across your ribs and let your hands be soft. And then come back to your breath. Take a nice, generous inhale here and see if you can just feel the breath in your ribs. Take one more breath. Release that hand and we'll take it to the other side. So right hand's gonna reach across to the left side ribs, spread your fingers nice and wide and then find just that nice soft handhold and then come back to your breath. Take a generous inhale, feel the breath in your ribs. One more breath here. And then release that hand from your ribs. And now we're gonna lift our back away from the seat. So sitting up just a little bit taller so your butt is solid in the chair, back is lifted and we're reaching up through the crown of your head. And then before we move away from this place, take a moment here to set an intention to honor your mind and your body throughout your practice, never doing anything in your practice that would cause your body pain, and treating yourself with love, care, and respect. Nice. With that intention set, we're going to just stack both hands right on top of the heart with just a little gentle pressure put on that skin and connective tissue. As you inhale, lift your chin up to the sky. Just go to a point that it feels like a good, comfortable stretch. And then as you exhale, tuck your chin down to your chest and try to keep your shoulders down. Inhale, lift your chin up. Exhale, tuck your chin down. Inhale to lift your chin up. Exhale to tuck your chin down. On this next inhale, lift your chin, hold here just for an extra cycle of breath. Take another inhale. And then as you exhale, tuck your chin down to your chest, stay here for an extra cycle of breath. Wonderful. And then bring your head up to a neutral position. Keep your hands trapped on your heart. Turn your head, look over your left shoulder. Inhale to come back to center. Turn your head, look over your right shoulder. Inhale to come back to center. Turn your head, look over your left shoulder. Inhale, come back to center. Turn your head, look over your right shoulder. Inhale to come back to center. One more time each side. Exhale as you turn your head. Inhale back to center. Exhale to turn. Inhale back to center. Beautiful. And then release your hands down. And then we're just going to walk our butt forward in our chair just a little bit so your butt's finding the center of your seat and your feet are nice and firm on the ground. And then once you found your way there, reach your hands towards your kneecaps. Inhale and lift your chest, lift your chin, arch your back. Exhale, round your back, round your shoulders, tuck your chin into your chest. Inhale to lift your chest, lift your chin. Exhale to round your back. Take a few more cycles of breath here. Just move with your breath's rhythm. Move at a pace and a depth that feels right in your body. Take one more cycle of breath. And then find that nice, tall, neutral spine. Left hand's gonna touch down to the chair. Right hand's gonna reach up just as high as feels right to your shoulder, and then lean over a little bit and find a nice opening through the side body. So we're gonna come back to our awareness of the ribs. Get a handhold so that you're feeling supported, but then can you tune back into the ribs? Take a nice, generous inhale. Feel that nice expansiveness in your ribs. Soften just a little bit with your exhale. One more breath. And then release nice and slow. Right hand's gonna touch down, left hand's gonna reach up. Lean over, make sure it's a comfortable position and your butt is still nice and evenly weighted in your chair. And then see if you can let your awareness come back to the ribs and notice your breath there. Take one more breath. And then when you're ready, lift up. We're going to take it right into a seated twist. So right hand's going to reach towards the left knee. Left hand goes behind you. And you can take low side of the chair or tall side of the chair. Just depends on what chair you're working in and what feels the most comfortable. But then stay here and see if you can tune back in, noticing both sides of the ribs. Take a big, giant inhale. And then see if you can soften just a little further into your twist on your exhale. Take one more breath. We're going to stay twisted to the side, but we're going to soften up just a little bit so we can free up that back hand. We're going to reach that hand to shoulder height, flip the palm so the palm is facing up towards the ceiling. And now we're going to add a twist and a side bend. So we're going to reach that hand up, add a little side bend, leaning in so that you're reaching towards your right knee. Take a nice deep breath in. Slow breath out. Lift up with control, and we'll take that to the other side. So we're going to find our seated twist first. Go just as deep as feels right to you, and then come back to your breath. Take an inhale. See if you can notice the breath in the side of your ribs. Soften a little bit with your exhale. Beautiful. Soften up just a little bit so that you can release that backhand, reach it out to shoulder height, flip the palm so it's reaching up towards the ceiling, and then add that side bend. Just go to a depth that feels good to you. Take a nice deep breath in. Slow breath out. Beautiful. And then lift up with control. Rotate back to center. We're going to scooch the butt way forward in the seat and then step your feet forward. So heels are on the ground, but maybe now the toes are lifted. A big generous bend in the knees and a bit of space for the belly and the chest. We're going to think up and over. So we're going to lift the belly up and over, lean your heart forward. And then here you'll go to the depth that works good for you. If head underneath the heart is not for you, you're going to stay in this softer position. But if it feels okay to do so, you're going to reach down towards your toes. Soften through the back of the body, soften through the back of your neck, and then right away tune in and notice. If this is too much, you'll come back up to a position that works good for you. But if it feels okay to be here, take 2 more cycles of breath. Beautiful. When you're ready, slow and easy, walk your hands up your shins, up your knees, up your thighs, and then step your feet in just so they're nice and solid on the ground. We're going to use our hands to do the heavy lifting here. So we're going to reach our hands underneath that left leg, make a little basket weave, pick that leg up, and now we're going to let the leg be soft and heavy. Arms are going to do the work. Draw your knee in circles, go in one direction. Notice how your hip feels. One more circle around. Nice. And then take those circles, draw them the other way. Beautiful. And again, hands are going to do the heavy lifting. Pull that knee upward towards the chest, just a light little squeeze, and then gently release that foot down. And we're going to take it all to the other side. So we're going to make a little basket weave. Pick that leg up. Let your hands do the heavy lifting. Draw that knee in circles. Go in one direction. Beautiful. Draw that knee in circles. Go the other way. Nice. And then let your hands do the work. Pull that knee up to your chest. A light little squeeze. Beautiful. And then release that foot down. We're going to come back to that original leg. So we're going to pick the leg up. Hands are going to do most of the work, but now we're going to bring a little swing into the foot. So we're going to swing the foot forward and back. And here we're checking in. How does your knee feel? If the knee feels a little crunchy or cranky this morning, you're going to keep it slow, gentle, and mindful. But if the knee is feeling good, then you're going to take it into a little bit more of a vigorous pace. But as you do this work here, can you tune in and just notice the quadricep muscles, tops of the thighs that are helping this action happen? If it helps you to tune in and notice just for a moment here, close your eyes down. Notice the muscles in the top of the thigh. One more kick forward and back. And then when you're ready, set that foot down. We're going to take it right to the other side. Pick your other leg up to a comfortable position. Start with a light and gentle swing. Tune in and notice how is your knee feeling. And one side might be totally different than the other. So make sure you honor this side. And then if it's feeling good, you might take it into a slightly more vigorous swing. And then notice the muscle action happening at the top of the thigh. And if it helps, again, close your eyes down just so you can tune in and notice. Beautiful. One more kick forward and back, and then gently set that leg down. We're going to come back to that original leg, but now we're going to twist and turn. So we're going to grab hold of the muscle on the thigh, gentle to start, taking the muscle with just a firm handhold, twisting and turning it. You're going to twist and turn up towards the hip crease, twist and turn it down towards the knee. We just want to move that muscle in a different direction. Beautiful. Take one more time up and down, and then take it right over to the other leg. Get a gentle handhold, start to twist and turn the muscle on the bone. Come up towards the hip and down towards the knee. Be mindful, you don't want to hurt yourself. Just make sure it feels like a good, gentle sensation. Nice. And then set both feet about hip width distance apart, feet nice and firm on the ground, and think about pressing down into the feet so that legs fire up just a little bit, and then lift energetically up through the crown of your head. And then once you've got all that, Let your hands come out at your sides into your seated mountain pose. Beautiful. Inhale, arms up and look up. Exhale, hands to heart center, hands down at your sides. Inhale, arms up as high as feels right to you. Exhale, hands to heart center, hands down at your sides. One more time here. Inhale, arms up, look up. Exhale, hands to heart center, hands down at your sides. Nice. Inhale, arms up, look up. And this time we're going to exhale and fold forward. So think about lifting the heart, dive the heart forward, maybe reach down towards the toes. Inhale to a half forward fold. So hands are going to glide to the shins. We lift the chest away from the thighs. Beautiful. Exhale to soften down and then pull your belly button in strong from your abdominal center. Roll on up. Roll your shoulders up to your ears, roll them around, down and back, come back to your mountain pose. Nice. Inhale, arms up, look up. Exhale and fold just as far as feels right to you. Inhale to a half forward fold, hands glide up to the shins, strong through the back. Beautiful. Exhale to soften down, pull the abdominal muscles in, roll on up through the spine, roll the shoulders up to the ears, around, down and back, back to your mountain pose. Beautiful. One more time here. Inhale, arms up, look up. Exhale and fold. Inhale to half forward fold. Exhale to soften down, pull the abdominal muscles in, roll on up, roll your shoulders up to your ears, roll them around, down and back. And then we're going to take 3 more rolls of the shoulders. So just lift them up to the ears, roll them around, down and back. Beautiful. And then take those shoulder rolls, but go in the other direction. Nice. And then we're going to take the left arm, bring it across the body, grab the back of the arm, hug it in just to a level that feels comfortable. But now see if you can drop the shoulder away from your ear. And then once you've got that handhold and it feels good, 3 nods of the head up and down. Bring your head to neutral, release that arm, and we'll take it to the other side. Bring the arm across the body, grab the back of the arm, hug it into a level that feels comfortable, and then soften the shoulder down away from your ear. And then if all of that feels good, add that head nod. 3 nods, the head up and down. Beautiful. Bring your head back to neutral position. Release your arms back into your mountain pose. Inhale, arms up and look up. Exhale, we're going to fold forward. So think about lifting the chest, dive the heart forward. Inhale to a half forward fold. Exhale to soften back down. Now we're going to take the right hand over towards the left shin or knee. Reach your left hand up to the sky. So gentle twist here, and then maybe look back towards that back hand. Take 1 good breath. And then we're going to release that hand down and catch hold of that knee. Pull the knee up towards your chest, a light little squeeze. Beautiful. And then release that foot down, come back to your mountain pose. Inhale, arms up and look up. Exhale and fold forward. Inhale to half forward fold. Exhale to soften a bit. Now take the left hand over towards the right knee. Right hand's going to reach up. Look behind you towards that back hand. Take a nice big breath. Awesome. And then take that hand forward, grab hold of the knee, pull the knee up to the chest, a light little squeeze. Awesome. And then release it back to your mountain pose. Inhale, arms up and look up. Exhale and fold. Inhale, half forward fold. Exhale, soften down. Now you can hold the knee or the shin. Now, whatever reach works good for you, but reach the right hand across. Left hand reaches up to the sky. Look to that back hand. Take a nice big breath. Awesome. And then float that hand down. We're going to slide up the shin or catch hold of the knee, pull that knee up to the chest, a light little squeeze, but now we're going to tuck the nose towards the knee. Take a nice big breath. Hold on to that knee, but release your nose away from the knee. And now we're going to take a single hand hold. So we're going to hold on, same knee, same hand, swing it out a little bit, circle your foot in one direction. Circle your foot the other way. Awesome. And then we're going to swing it back in, switch your hand hold. So it's going to come, we're going to move our midline slightly across. So we're going to rotate the chest just slightly. Release back to center, set that leg down, come back to your mountain pose. Nice. Inhale, arms up and look up. Exhale and fold. Inhale, half forward fold. Exhale to soften down. Left hand over to the right shin or knee. Right hand reaches up, look to that back hand, take a nice big breath. When you're ready, release that hand down, slide up the shin or grab the knee, pull it up to the chest, soften your nose toward your knee. So a little rounding through the back body. Take a nice big breath. Lift your nose away from the knee, but keep that handhold. We're going to swing the foot out. Circle your foot in one direction. Circle your foot the other way. And then bring it back in, pass that knee over to the other hand. And then instead of pulling the knee across, rotate your torso. So just a little twist to the right. Beautiful. Release your heart back to center, set that foot down, and then just rearrange your butt on your chair so it's got a little bit of room to move the legs a little bit side to side. So we want to just make sure that you're seated in a position that you can find that little bit of freedom to move the feet side to side. And then once you feel like you've got your butt in a good place, then we're just going to do that for a second. We're just going to step one leg out and then the other. So the foot is slightly lifted and it just kind of hovers above the ground. Most of this work is going to come out of those hip crease areas, so those front hip pocket areas. So if you like to tune in and notice that muscle work, maybe you just bring your hands up to where your front pockets would be and just notice that muscle action going on. Lovely. Take one more time each side. And then the next time you step that left leg out, step it out as far as feels good to you. And now we're going to take it into our side angle. So we're going to think ribs up and over. Bring your elbow towards your knee. We're going to keep that uplifted position and then take that top arm, reach it up alongside your ear. Take a nice big breath. Think about drawing that thumb back energetically and then maybe turn your head slightly, look up towards the sky. When you feel ready, lift up with control, step that foot in with control, take it to the other side. Step your foot out just as wide as feels good to you. Think up and over with the ribs, elbow finds the knee, other hand reaches up alongside your ear. Beautiful. Think about pulling that top thumb back slightly, turn your head, look up to the sky, come back to your breath. Nice, generous inhale. Nice, slow exhale. Lovely. Lift up with control, step that foot in, and now we're going to step. So now we're going to step the left leg out, step the right foot to meet, and now you're going to swivel your butt in your seat so you're in that side saddle position. And then we're going to keep our legs where they are, but rotate the torso. So both hands are going to reach towards the back of the chair. Think about getting nice and tall here. One more breath. Unwind, but keep your legs out to that side position. But now we're going to just kind of scooch our butt forward so that the outer side of your bum is kind of off of the chair. And then we're going to see if we can slide that knee down. So knee is going to come in line with the hip. You always have the option to hold on your chair, make sure you feel secure in your seat. But once you've got your way here, with your other hand on the back of the chair, the hand that's with that knee that's down, inhale, reach the hand up and look to the sky. Exhale, float the hand down and maybe reach back, touch the back of your thigh. Nice. Inhale, reach your arm up, look to the sky. Exhale, float that hand down, touch the back of your thigh. Beautiful. One more just like that. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, float the hand down, touch the back of your thigh. Now we're going to take that hand, bring it up and let the fingertips touch the shoulder. And now it's going to be a little C-spine. We're going to work in those oblique muscles. So we're going to take the elbow, squeeze in at the side body, let your hip hike up, like you're really contracting those side belly muscles, and then lengthen out. So we think about dropping the knee down, hip down, and take a side bend as we lean into the back of the chair. Awesome. Elbow comes in. We're going to hug and squeeze into that side body. The hip hikes up just a little bit, and then lengthen out, lean into the back of the chair. Beautiful. One more just like that. Elbow hugs in. We get that little squeeze in the side body. Lengthen out. Find that side bend again. And then release to a neutral position. So we're going to keep that knee drop down, but add that twist. So we're going to rotate towards the back of the chair. Take a nice deep breath in. Slow breath out. And then when you're ready, release. You're going to let your hands support you as you slide that leg in. And then just scoot your butt all the way around, come back to the front of your chair, give your knees a little windshield wiper, check in, make sure everything feels good. And then when you feel ready, we're going to do that step to the other side. So we're going to step that leg out. The other leg is going to come to meet. So we've got our side saddle position. Feet are going to stay there. We're going to rotate towards the back of the chair. Think about getting nice and tall here. One more breath. Unwind, keep those legs out to the side, scoot your butt forward just a little bit so that outer side is just kind of coming off the edge of the chair, and then slide that knee down. So knee is coming in line with the hip. Make sure everything feels secure there. And then once you feel like you've got it, inhale, reach that outer arm up, look to the sky. Exhale, hand comes down, touch the back of your thigh. Nice. Inhale, arm reaches up, look to the sky. Exhale, float that hand down, touch the back of your thigh. Beautiful, one more just like that. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, touch down. And then that hand's gonna find the shoulder, fingers to the shoulder, elbow wide, and then we're gonna squeeze in. So hug the elbow towards the hip, hip hikes up, and then open up, lean into the back of the chair, dropping the hip down. Squeeze in at the side body. Open up, drop the hip down. One more time, squeeze in. And then find that side bend, lean into the back of the chair. Beautiful, now find that neutral position and we're gonna rotate. Rotate towards the back of the chair. Take a nice deep breath in. Slow breath out. Unwind, slide that foot in, and then we're just gonna scooch it around to the front of the mat. Take a couple of little windshield wipers. Make sure your hips feel okay. Check in, make sure everything is feeling comfortable. Work out any stuff you may have come across, and then when you feel ready, set your feet back down on the ground, come back to your mountain pose. Anchor into your feet, reach up through the crown of your head. Inhale, arms up and look up. Exhale, we fold forward. Inhale to a half forward fold. Exhale to soften just a little bit. Right hand reaches across to the shin or the knee. Left hand reaches to the sky. Look to that back hand. Take a nice big breath. Swing that hand back in. Slide up the shin. Grab the knee, pull it up to the chest. Nose comes towards knee. Take a nice deep breath. Release it back to mountain pose. Beautiful. Inhale, arms up and look up. Exhale and fold. Inhale to half forward fold. Exhale to soften. Left hand over to the right shin. Right hand reaches up. Look to that back hand. Take a nice big breath. Beautiful. And then bring that hand back in. Slide up the shin. Bring the knee to the chest. Nose towards the knee. Lovely. And then release it back to your mountain pose. Inhale, arms up and look up. Exhale and fold. Inhale to half forward fold. Exhale to soften time. One more through that flow. So right hand over to the left shin, left hand reaches to the sky. We're going to pick up the pace just a little bit. Float that hand down, slide up the shin, knee to the chest, nose to the knee. Release that foot back down to the ground into your mountain pose. Nice. Inhale, arms up, look up. Exhale and fold. Inhale, half forward fold. Exhale to soften. Left hand over to the right shin, right hand reaches to the sky. Right away, release it down. We slide up the shin, bring the knee to the chest, a light little squeeze, maybe nose to knee, and then release it back to your mountain pose. Cool. And then we're going to toe heel the feet out to a nice wide position. And then we're going to place the hands slightly to the insides of the knees. And then just make sure you be gentle on your knees if your knees are feeling mischievous this morning. But we're going to add a little twist. So right shoulder is going to reach towards the left knee, and you might choose to push into that knee just a little bit as you find that twist. Inhale, bring it back to center. Exhale, twist the other way. Inhale to center. Exhale to twist. Inhale to center. Exhale, twist. Inhale, center. One more time each side. Exhale, twist. Inhale, center. Beautiful. Exhale, twist. Inhale to center. Toe heel your feet in just a little bit, but now we're going to come back to that left leg. So can you pick up the left knee, grab hold of the heel, and now we're going to find a little external rotation. So we're going to drop the knee out and then maybe rotate it back in just to find that looseness in the hip. And then you're going to check in and see what feels right. So if you can bring the leg across into that figure four across the thigh, cool. If not, you might choose to drop it across the ankle and then just take little arrangements that work good for your knee and for your hip. But if it feels okay to be here in this figure four position, we're going to think lifting up and over, we're going to lean the heart forward just to a depth that feels good to you. Soften through the back of your neck, soften through the back of your body. Check on your knee, make sure it feels comfortable. You might need to make any arrangements here that feel better to the knee. Take one more breath. And then when you're ready, lift through the top of your head, let your heart follow, pick that leg up, gently set it down, and we're going to take it right to the other side. So we're going to pick up the knee, pick up the heel, take a couple external rotations of that knee just to find some looseness there. Cool. And then either bring it across the thigh or across the ankle, whatever variation works good for you. But now think about getting nice and tall, and then fold yourself forward to a depth that feels good to you. Take one more breath. And then when you're ready, lift up through the crown of your head, let your heart follow. Set that leg down, take a second, just kind of wiggle out the knees, wiggle out the hips, make sure everything feels good. And then scoot your butt back just a little bit. So your butt is nice and solid in your chair. And then once you found your way here, we're going to come back up to the chest, the shoulders, and the neck. So inhale and just let your shoulders kind of lift up to your ears. Exhale and soften the shoulders down. Inhale, let your shoulders lift. Exhale to soften down. One more here. Inhale, shoulders lift. Exhale to soften down. And then we're going to take the arms, open them nice and wide, reach back to the back of the chair, open the chest, lift the chin, take a nice big breath. Release your hands from the back of the chair, right hand on top. We're going to give ourselves a little hug. So we're going to crisscross the arms, catch hold of the shoulders, draw the shoulders down, pull the abdominal muscles in slightly, round the upper back body, tuck your chin into your chest, notice the back of your body, take a nice deep breath in. Slow breath out. 2 more breaths. Soften your position, lift up through the top of your head, let your chin follow, open those arms nice and wide, grab the back of the chair, lift the chest, lift the chin. And then when you're ready, other hand is gonna come on top. We're gonna give ourselves that nice big hug, catch the shoulders, shoulders drop down, abdominal muscles pull in, round the back body, tuck your chin into your chest, and then let your awareness come back to your breath. Notice the breath in the back of your body. Lift up through the crown of your head. Release those arms, swim them behind you, grab the back of the chair, open your chest, lift your chin, take a breath. And then release to a neutral position. Hands are just gonna rest comfortably wherever feels the best to you. But now we're gonna drop the left ear over to the left shoulder and then think about letting your head get nice and heavy here. And if it helps you find it, just close your eyes down. Soften your jaw. Awesome. Now we're going to keep the head tilted to this side. We're going to take our left hand and reach it up and reach across. So we're reaching over towards the right side of the head. And then just with that little handhold, instead of letting the weight of your hand drop you a little further, we're actually going to push our head into our hand, and our hand is going to offer a little resistance. So like you're trying to bring your head back up to that neutral position, gently push your head into your hands, hands lightly resist. You don't want to hurt yourself, but just what you want to find is see if you can feel that little muscle action in the side of your neck, trying to help move that head back to that neutral position. Take one more moment. Soften that muscle action, release your hand from your head, lift your head back up to a neutral position, take a breath, notice the side of your neck. And then we'll do that to the other side. Drop your ear to your shoulder, start by just letting your ear get nice and heavy, maybe close your eyes. Soften your jaw. Keeping your head in that tilted position, take your right hand, reach it up to the left side of the head, just get that light handhold, and then find that resistance. So you're going to push your head into your hands like you're trying to bring your head back upright, Hand is going to help resist, but be mindful. You don't want to push too hard that one thing is working harder than the other. Take one more breath. Relax the muscles first. Release your hand. Float your head back up to center. Take a nice big breath and notice. Cool. And then we're going to do kind of a similar thing, but have access to your face. So we're going to take the left hand and gently push it into the cheek. Your cheek is going to push into your hand and your hand is going to push into your cheek. So it's going to smush your face a little bit, but what we want to try to do is get the muscles in the neck to be working just a little bit, like you're trying to turn your head, but your hand is creating that resistance. Take one more moment. Relax the muscles, release your hand, take it right to the other side. Hand to the cheek, hand pushes gently in. Push your cheek into your hand, find that little bit of work, that little bit of resistance. Relax the muscles and then release your hand. And now we're going to take our head and draw it in gentle circles, little 1-inch circles in the air with your nose. You can close your eyes down if it feels good. It's super small, super gentle, mindful movement. So we're not cranking the head around. We want to keep it soft and loose. And then if you can invite some softness in, soften your jaw, soften your cheekbones. One more circle around in this direction, and then take those circles and go the other way. One more circle around in this direction. And then as your head comes to a neutral position, scoot your butt way back in your seat. Let everything get nice and comfortable. Let your feet find a nice place to soften. Let your legs find a happy position so that you can just let your thighs relax, let your butt relax, belly and back rest against the back of the chair. If it feels good to do so, close your eyes down or just soften your gaze. As you start to soften and settle in, allow your awareness to come back down to your feet. Notice the solidness beneath your feet. Notice the solidness of the chair underneath your thighs, underneath your butt, the solidness of the chair behind you. Allow your breath to return to its natural rhythm. Start to bring your awareness back into your body. Gently wiggle your fingers and wiggle your toes. Invite a little bit of movement into your ankles and into your wrists. And then if it feels available, you're going to open your eyes. You're going to take your left fingertips into your right palm. Gently push your palm forward, just pushing as far as feels right. And then soften and release. And we're going to do right to the other side. So right fingertips into the left palm. Gently press forward. And then soften and release. And now we'll take it into our big good morning stretch. Stretch your legs out. Reach your arms up. Take a nice big breath. And then when you're ready, release your feet down to the ground, float your hands down, scoot your butt forward as far forward to the edge of your chair as you can. And we're just going to slide the left leg out nice and long. Take a nice big breath, reach your arm up, and then think up and over, reach towards your toe. And then we're going to float through it. So we're just going to slide that hand right back up and in, slide that leg right back up and in, take it right to the other side. Step that foot way forward, reach your arm up, think up and over, reach towards your toe. Real fluid movement. We're just going to slide it right back in. Awesome. And then we're going to step the feet to a good comfortable width distance apart. And then we're going to reach the hands down towards the ground. And then from here, if it feels available, you're going to see if you can lean your weight forward just a little bit, pick your butt up from the ground, rock your hips a little bit side to side, bend your knees a little bit. And then in a soft little ragdoll fold, let your head hang nice and heavy for a moment here. Take a nice deep breath in. Cool, and then bend your knees a lot. Pull your abdominal muscles in, strong from your navel center. Roll all the way up to a standing position and then take that big good morning stretch here. Stretch your arms up and overhead, push into your feet. Take a nice big breath back into your body. And then float your hands down. Bring both hands right to your heart center. Close your eyes down. Take a nice deep breath in. Breathing in love and gratitude for yourself, for your mind, for your body, and for all of your hard work. And then breathe in a little extra love and gratitude that you can carry with you through the rest of your day and share with everyone you see. And gently lift up through the top of your head, gently open your eyes. I bow to you. Happy Wednesday.